Hiya. So it's the first time we've been down the plots this week because it's been really bad weather, strong wind, very strong wind and rain, and I've been working 12 hours a day basically, so I've not had a chance to do anything really this week down on the plots. So I've just landed now and just brought some compost in, some of that erin compost. I've been up to just up to Paul Green, just having a look, and they got the seed potatoes in. I was trying to get hold of Sarpo Mira seed potatoes, couldn't find them anywhere. Called in at Paul Green today and they've got them in. So I've got a bag, I'll show you in a bit on that. But I just want to have a look at what it's like down here at the moment. Like, I'll show you the wind and the rain. More the wind really. So we've got that section of fence there that's blown down. It's been dead strong, that wind, I tell you, really strong. I think like sort of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday it was blowing a gale. Oh shit, excuse me. Flat trestle's blown, oh dear, trestle's blown over onto my garlic and my onions. Let's get that off. Oh no! Get that out of the way. I shall have to secure that somewhere, and these. Surprised they've not moved actually, them. I suppose it's because it's got the netting, hasn't it, I suppose, isn't it? Yeah, it's blown the lid off my composting. At least it'll be wet, I suppose. Look at this. Sort that out after. Oh dear. My buckets, all my buckets have gone flying. Right, it looks like we've got a bit of sorting and tidying up to do, haven't we? And securing up to do. I think. I mean, all the buildings and the structures seem to be fine, that's alright, that's good, isn't it? But you've got, yeah, there's some bits and pieces strewn about it. I can't believe that's been blown off because it's on an angle. Unless I left it up last week. I left it up last week when I was topping it off. Yeah. Well, so then I left the carpets out. I must have finished that off last week. Get the carpets back in. At least it's wet. It'll be wet now again, which is good. Carpets back on it. Put the lid on now, I think. Wet enough. Oh, yeah. About 3/4 full, that, isn't it? I mean, these water bowsers are completely full. Well, that one is anyway. That one mustn't have got as much. I think that there was already water in this one anyway. You've got a steeper runoff on this, so it's probably parts to play with, isn't it? I'm guessing. And the wind and rain tends to come in from this direction as well, so it actually hits this side more than the other side as a rule. Look at that slate. Where's that come from? My slate there. I bet that's come off one of them. What if it's come off one of the roofs over there? That weren't there before, that slate. Yeah, everything's been blown and strewn around by God's fury and vengeance, isn't it? Woo! Yeah, well, never mind. Right, so as I say, I've got the compost, and I'll show you as well in a moment the seed potatoes that we've got. We got some from Paul Green, and I got some on Friday as well from Poundland, and I'll show you the comparison in them, the price comparison, and also the size comparison, so you'll get a good idea. All right, see you a couple of secs. Right, so here we go. I've got to do this quick before the light disappears altogether. I only left the house about 3:20, went straight up to Paul Green, and bought me bits and bobs, we came straight down here. It was about 4:25, so it's nearly 5 o'clock now and the sun's almost disappeared. So I'll be quick with this one. I'm going to have another catch up tomorrow, probably a longer one tomorrow with you, but I just want to quickly go through these. So these are the ones that we got there from Poundland, which is obviously, you can have a guess how much these were. They were £1, and you get 8 little tubers, but they're only tiny if you look at that. I mean, that's probably the size of a flaming pigeon egg or something like that. They're not very big at all. Now these are the first earlies, so they're not especially large potatoes as they go. But we got 2 packs of those, so there's 16 there. These ones are all going to be going into the 10-inch buckets, the former flower buckets that you get from Asda. So they're going to be going into them, these little ones. And we've got International Kidney. Now, International Kidney, as you may or may not know, is Jersey Royal potatoes. So they're the new potatoes, the Jersey Royal potatoes. But you can't call them Jersey Royal potatoes because you'd be a fool and a communist to state that they were, but they are. So anyway, there you go. International Kidney. So I've got 3 lots of them and 2 packs of the Rocket. So they're about ready for going in now. If we can chance them, can't we? We'll have a go at them. They're starting to sprout. They've got the chits coming on them. So we'll start these off tomorrow in the what do you call it? The pot noodle pots. I'll show you how to start them off in the pot noodle pots tomorrow. These ones will probably not be going in for another 3 or 4 weeks, probably till the back end of, well, either the start of March or the back end of February. We'll probably start these off because they're not really chitted up sufficiently at the moment, these ones. But these are the ones, by comparison, that we got from Pole Green Nurseries. And if you look at it by weight alone, look at that. I mean, there's 8 little tiny potatoes there. Now, they're only £1 then, but you've probably got about 24, probably more. Maybe 30 potatoes in each bag of those. And there's the Maris Piper. Considerably bigger, more like hen's egg size, hen's egg to duck egg size. Good size hen's eggs or what have you. Look at that for comparison. Yeah, these were £3.50, which is obviously 3.5 times the amount that I paid for these ones. But looking at that by size and actual amount that you get, you're not saving any money at all, in my opinion, whatsoever, by going to Poundland, are you? But we'll see. The proof will be in the pudding, won't it? The proof will be how well they do when grown on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these into buckets, and I'm also going to put 8 each of these, into buckets as well, as a comparison. So we'll be using the same size buckets, we'll be using the same fertiliser and growing medium, which will be a combination of, I'll show you this tomorrow in full detail, a combination of a few scoops of that, the majority made up of that, and probably a good handful of blood, fish and bone as well, or fish, blood and bone, as you can see there. Okay. Anyway, I digress. So I'll talk you through the actual varieties of potatoes that we ended up picking up today from Pole Green Nurseries, which is on, I think it's Church Lane in Charnock Richard in the northwest of England. Now, starting with the first earlies, we've got a white and a red first early variety. We've got this one, which is a variety known as Ulster Prince, weighing 2.5 kilograms when packed, which is just over £5 in weight. These tubers are long and oval with a white skin and ideal for boiling and salads. Salad potatoes, nice new potatoes. And those are another first early known as Red Duke of York. Again, 2.5 kilograms when packed. A heritage variety. red skin tubers with shallow eyes and yellow flesh. Now for the main old crappies, well, we've got a second early as well, which is this one, which is called Charlotte. It's a Charlotte, and again, Charlotte. These are really nice potatoes, Charlotte. We've had these before, and they really are nice, clean, sort of a waxy, buttery taste to them. They're kind of sweet tasting, really nice, excellent. The potatoes are full of flavour. I'll agree with that. They're good. Now for your main crops, we've got these ones, which is Malice Piper, short oval, white skinned, creamy white flesh, boiled, baked, roast or chip, main crop potato. And these ones, which I'm hoping they perform for us as well as I've seen them perform for other people, such as Homegrown Veg and people like him, are called Sarpo Mira. Now Sarpo Mira are getting a really good name out there at the minute. All it says for them is a super blight resistant variety. Now I've seen them, they tend to grow on longer than most other potatoes and resist blight longer and later into the season. And the guys I've seen growing those online have had really good prolific results from the seed potatoes and the Sarpo Mira plantings that they've been up to. So yeah, hopefully we'll have the same, won't we? I said to you a few episodes ago, I think it was at the end of last year, when we were sort of doing the plot roundup and we were talking about what our plans were going to be for this year. And I did say in that episode that we're really keen to grow a lot of spuds this year. A lot of spuds. And if we can say that there's at least 24 in each one of them, you've got, what, 120, say, potatoes there. And you've got with your, I know the small ones there, but there's 40 potatoes there as well. So altogether we've got about 160 spuds. And out of those 160 spuds, we're hoping to times that by 10 if we've got any luck. So for every potato we put in, we're hoping to get 10 potatoes on the back end of it. That is the plan. So yeah, we're looking at 1600 potatoes, probably around about, I don't know, over 100 pound easy a spuds. That's what we're hoping for. Well, we've got our fingers crossed anyway. We've got our fingers crossed. It'll be the first time we've ever grown potatoes in earnest, really. I had a little bit of an experiment with some shop-bought potatoes just thrown into buckets last year. And they did all right. They didn't do too badly. This year we're going to try and do it a bit more planned, in a bit more of a planned and organised way. Because obviously we want to improve year by year, and that's the plan. Yeah, so wish us luck with that. I'm going to get off now. Like I say, I've only been down for a few minutes. Tomorrow morning I'll be down for a couple of hours. I've still got to get the tiling done at our place as well. We've been tidying up the house. We've been a bit brutal with the house today, to be honest, because it's a right midden, and we're getting preparation. The clearing out at the moment that we're doing is all preparation for the big spring clean and clear out that we're going to be doing. We want to get all of that sorted out these next couple of weeks, to be honest with you, before the growing season kicks in earnest. Want to get the house sorted out while I've got the chance, because all this spring and summer I'll be down here again. I know it for a fact. So yeah, it's only for get the house sorted out. There's loads of jobs I've got to do. I'm probably going to have to take a week off work in about 2 or 3 weeks' time just to get everything sorted out 100% on that house. You know, I've got gas cookers to fit, I've got flooring to do, I've got ceiling I've got to take out and put back in again, I've got pipe work to rejig from both bathrooms. I've got to sort out the tiling, as I say, at the moment, because at the moment we can't have a shower because the shower's bust, so that's being sorted out. There's a bit of roofing work I've got to do because although it's not leaking, there's some loose slates up there and all this weather and the wind, that's got to be sorted out. The outhouses have either got to be taken down or partially taken down and rebuilt because they're crumbling. There's brick rot. There's a lot to do, a lot to do. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Lots to do at the house. And there's only little old me and Lady Farmer as well. But as far as the construction and the fixing and the actual repair work, it's all going to be down to me. Lady Farmer's going to help out. She always does, like, obviously cleaning and the day-to-day sort of stuff, but it's the man's job. It's my job to sort the house out. That might sound sexist, but that's the way we work it at our house. It's horses for courses. If you've got the skills and the ability to do it, you do that bit. If you haven't, you do something else. You do it as a team, work together, and you'll be a happy little bunny and have other bunnies that are happy in your warren. So that's it for today. Tomorrow, as I say, I'll come down. I'll try and get a couple of hours down here tomorrow. But bear with me with the... I mean, it's quiet at the minute anyway. I'm not going to be kicking in too much at the moment with the growing side of it. It's all prep work mostly at the moment. And I think everybody's more or less the same, unless you're going... Well, unless you want to make a big head start on it and get lots of stuff done at the moment, but it's not a top priority for me at the minute. I'm going to let it grow organically, i.e. with nature. Don't want to be going too crazy with it. Alright. We've got some nice potatoes here. Fingers crossed. Lovely. Alright, have a cracking weekend. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care and keep growing with your down. Ta-da! So this is what we're wanting to get out of each one of those buckets that we're putting the little potatoes in. We want to get that sort of a return on them. Yeah? And that's how much they are. £1.30. Now the big uns, we want this kind of carry on, don't we? Out of each one of the big uns, I think. Got my fingers crossed. Can't speak so loud, I'm in the middle of Tesco's, aren't I? But yeah, if we get that, that'll do. I just spotted these coming through. You see them? They're pretty. Lovely. Right, see you later. Bye.